Good afternoon, distinguished speakers, participants. It's my honor and pleasure to welcome you all today to the NextGen Women Incentivized Mentorship Award Initiative. So on behalf of the Women in Mind in Africa, I would like to extend warmest greetings to you for joining in our related courses in our educational institutions. So the NextGen Initiative is a program that is carried out by the Rich Blood Foundation, the implementing partner of Women in Africa in Nigeria. This program is not just about offering financial support to female students, it's also about creating opportunities, fostering and encouraging talent, and inspiring a new generation of women to join the mining industry. So to have the agenda for today, use your microphone. Thank you very much. So we're just going to go right into our program, and like I said, rename yourself and confirm your attendance. Next slide. Supporting young females is in the field of mining. It shows WiM-Africa's unwavering support and commitment to bridging the gender gap and addressing the barriers that women face in this field. So by encouraging young women to pursue their studies in careers in mining, we're taking bold steps towards ensuring that voices and contributions are recognized and celebrated in mining, which is a predominantly male field. So today, we gather not only to award these mini scholarships, but also to reflect on the importance of education, mentorship, and community in driving positive change. We believe that investing in women's education and professional development is not just an investment in individuals, but a commitment to the future of bringing the mining sector and increasing development across Africa. So I would like to express my gratitude to all our funders, the adjunct committee members, and all the stakeholders who have made this initiative possible today. All your dedication and support are instrumental in helping us achieve our women to thrive in this industry. So as we move forward today in our program, let us remain steadfast in our mission to create a more inclusive, equitable, and innovative mining sector. Together, we can build a stronger foundation for the next generation of women in mining. Thank you. So remember to update your name as you're joining the room with the name that you use to register on our survey link. Please update your name so we can mark your attendance. Thank you. So, great Nigerian students, we got students that are from polytechnics, universities, all around northern Nigeria. We welcome all of you today. So it's with very much excitement that we begin today's program under the WiM-Africa's platform. So today marks a significant step towards our collective mission of empowering women, like I said. And this initiative is the first of its kind that is focused on the next generation of women in mining. And this is the evidence of WiM-Africa's commitment in fostering opportunities in the younger generation, developing talent, and advancing gender equity in the mining sector. So this incentive mentorship program is designed as an entry point to actually recruit young talent who we can support and encourage and inspire to become women leaders in this vital industry. So our gathering today is an opportunity to celebrate. It's also an opportunity to celebrate the upcoming book launch of 100 Strategies of Empowering Women in African Mining, which is by our very esteemed Dr. Comfort Asokoro Ogaji, who was recognized globally as one of the WiM 100 Inspirational Women in Mining by WiM UK, which is an award that has been bestowed on the likes of Deshni Naidu, Jodie Kelly, and Lee Shanley of Angola, and a host of other prominent women in industries worldwide who have paved the way to overcome gender biases in the mining industry. In Nigeria, she was recently acknowledged for her efforts in promoting peace and development in mining host communities by the Northern Youth Peace Ambassadors. So in honoring Dr. Asokoro Ogaji's unwavering commitment to advancing the role of women in mining across Africa, we reaffirm our own dedication in Women in Mining Africa to the cause. Dr. Asokoro Ogaji's tireless advocacy, her innovative strategies, and impactful leadership have paved the way for countless women to encounter and excel in the mining industry. So as we commemorate her efforts, we're reminded of the power of her vision and her actions. So a short profile of Dr. Asokoro Ogaji. So Dr. Comfort Asokoro Ogaji has been a steadfast advocate for advancing sustainability in Africa since 2008. She holds a first degree in chemistry, a master's degree in environmental resource management, and a PhD in strategic management. And she's currently pursuing a second PhD in environmental resource management. Her expertise has guided over 350 investment projects spanning mining, power, agriculture, and manufacturing. By embedding environmental, social, and economic sustainability through project life cycles, Dr. Comfort has earned the trust of global institutions such as the International Finance Corporation, IFC, and the African Development Bank, AFDB, for delivering high-standard environmental, social, and governance solutions, ESG solutions. So Dr. Comfort is the country director for the African Minerals Mines MMC in Nigeria, fostering fair and sustainable mineral trading practices as the managing director of Richfield International Limited. She leads projects that strengthen partnerships across Africa, the UK, and the USA. Through Richfield Laboratories, she oversees advanced mineral ore testing and environmental studies, while Richfield Minerals champions sustainable mining and mineral beneficiations projects in collaboration with international stakeholders. Her visionary leadership has positioned Richfield as a pioneer in responsible resource management. Recognized globally for her impact, Dr. Comfort was honored as one of the WiM 100 Global Inspirational Women in Mining and recently received a prestigious award for peace and development in mining host communities as Executive Director of Women in Mining Africa, WiM-Africa. So she champions gender equality and responsible mining practices, empowering artisanal women miners, and advocating for the removal of children from mines. With over 122 implementing partners and 600 volunteers across 36 countries, WiM-Africa's initiatives, including the Voices of the Children from the Pit, VOC program, exemplify her commitment to creating inclusive and sustainable growth within mining communities. Additionally, through the Richfield Learning Center, she spearheads professional development programs, fostering capacity building and change management. Her unwavering dedication to sustainability and social impact has made her a transformative force in Africa's mining and environmental sectors. So let us use today as an opportunity to celebrate this woman of excellence in mining, while making new connections and committing ourselves to the goal of creating a more inclusive table, chairs, delegates, funders, and the organizing team. Thank you for your dedication and your belief in this mission to shape a brighter future for women in mining across Africa. So with this, we want to encourage you as you're joining the chat room to please rename yourself with the name used to complete the registration forms, because as the program is going on, the incentive is being paid to the beneficiaries. So please, if you want to receive yours, make sure you rename yourself in the Zoom meeting link so we can be able to identify you. On that note, I would like to introduce the next speaker, Dr. Adeola Adewale Olajubabe, to give us an introduction to WiM-Africa.
Thank you, Dr. Antonia. I would like you to take it up by telling us about what WiM-Africa is all about. WiM-Africa stands for Women in Mining Africa, and it is a Pan-African organization registered in the United States of America under the non-profit corporation. Also in the UK with charity clauses, selected African countries. The corporate mandate of WiM-Africa is centered around advancing gender equality and empowerment in Africa's mining sector, particularly focusing on women in artisanal and small-scale mining. The mission is to make the mining industry safer, more equitable and sustainable, with a focus on the welfare of women and children. The organization seeks to empower women in mining by advocating for equal access to resources, opportunities, and leadership roles. WiM-Africa supports women in overcoming barriers within the mining sector. We promote responsible mining by advocating for sustainable, ethical, and socially inclusive mining practices. Speaking of child protection in mining communities, WiM-Africa is committed to removing children from hazardous mining environments, ensuring their safety and access to education. And in terms of capacity building, collaboration, and partnership, WiM-Africa fosters collaboration between stakeholders, governments, NGOs, and mining companies to develop policies and programs in mining communities across Africa. In WiM-Africa, we empower women, safeguard children, and drive systemic change by advocating for artisanal women miners, promoting gender equality, and removing children from hazardous mining sites. And what we do encompasses advocacy, empowerment programs, community engagements, and mining companies globally. We also implement training programs for artisanal women miners in selected locations across Africa, virtually as well, encouraging education in communities, advocating for stronger enforcement of child labor and removal of children from mines across Africa, building alliances and partnership with key investors, development banks, and other financial stakeholders for women empowerment, as well as developing collaborative partnerships with educational institutions for rescuing children in mining, labor, and expanding WiM-Africa's presence across the regions of Africa. Now, I want to talk about the vision of WiM-Africa. One of the major visions that we focus on is the empowerment of women in mining. It is known that women in mining take on active roles within this sector, and we want to ensure that we have different empowerment programs for them so that they can take up active leadership roles and drive innovative and sustainable practices, and also ensure there is gender equality within the mining operations and that it is embedded in policy making and community development. All children in mining host communities are removed from hazardous work environments. That is another vision that we have at WiM-Africa to ensure protection and development of children, granting them access to primary education and support services to ensure their safety, growth, and potential. Another vision which we leverage on is sustainable development and community prosperity, which has to do with ensuring that the mining communities benefit from initiatives that improve social infrastructure, education, and healthcare, and also ensure economic opportunities created to uplift families and reduce dependence on exploitative labor. Similarly, we advocate for collaboration and partnership with governments, NGOs, and industry leaders by creating systemic change for women and children. Our advocacy campaign highlights the critical roles of women in mining and the importance of education for children. Our impacts varies, and we have made significant strides in empowering women and addressing critical issues in the mining sector. The WiM-Africa impact ranges from child protection and education. A touching example is Comfort Ezekiel, who is a mining girl, a young girl who got injured in the mining accident that occurred in the northern parts of Nigeria and lost an arm. She received a full funding scholarship to continue her education after her right hand was amputated. This initiative highlights WiM-Africa's commitment to creating pathways for women and children in mining-affected communities to access education and brighter future. Another impact is zero child labor. We are targeting to ensure that we have zero child labor at all the mine sites in Africa. And we have ongoing data collection on children working in mines across Africa, advancing efforts towards eliminating child labor in hazardous mine environment. Similarly, we have educational outreach, which warrants us to have partnership established with universities across Africa and to offer scholarship to girls and women from mining host communities. And so far, we have partnered with 115 universities across Africa. In addition, at WiM-Africa, we are committed to empowering women throughout the mining sector across the African continent, with operational offices across 36 African countries. And we have the global advocacy and engagement as one of our impacts, which has enabled us to sign MOUs with organizations such as HIMA and Resources for Africa. We also have active participation in global events like the Indaba Mining Conference in South Africa to highlight critical mining issues and advance all advocacy objectives of WiM-Africa. Our impact also include broad network of support, which has been built over time. And this includes 142 implementing partner organizations, including WiM grassroots groups. We also have about 320 women in mining members, and we have an estimated 650 volunteers across the continent with partnership with universities across Africa, which is about 115 of them. The collective mission of WiM-Africa is to drive sustainable development in the mining sector while improving the lives of women and communities involved in artisanal mining. Our vision is to create a mining industry where women are empowered, respected, and essential contributors to sustainable development and equitable prosperity. We look forward to having a fulfilling event today and potentially having you all join us on the NextGen Mentorship Program. I would like to use this opportunity to remind us once again, if we're yet to do so, to input our name in the chat box and also rename ourselves if we are able to do that, while we bring up a brief introduction about the WiM-Africa NextGen Initiative. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Thank you very much, Dr. Adeola, for that brief introduction on women in mining Africa. So, moving on, a brief introduction of our NextGen mentorship program. So, the 2015 NDHS National Demographic Health Survey that was conducted in Nigeria by the federal government in collaboration with the United Nations Education Fund identified 13.2 million out-of-school children. 60% of this number are mostly girls that are residing in northern Nigeria. Now, these records are alarming and they require us to all come together to tackle this issue holistically and find a concrete solution to address this challenge. So, the Women in Mining NextGen Initiative was introduced as a program under the Women in Mining Africa to identify and support and nurture young female talents who are pursuing mining-related courses, engineering, environmental courses, industrial chemistry, geology, and so on. So our mentorship program aims to promote interest in these mining-related courses, encouraging more young women to pursue careers in mining and the related fields. It provides a financial support, like it offers financial assistance to alleviate academic expenses for female students in mining-related courses. It builds a community of future female leaders by establishing a platform or association to connect, empower, and support female mining students across Africa. It also motivates female students to excel academically in their mining-related courses and creates a talent pipeline that helps build a pool of skilled and empowered women who are ready to contribute to the mining industry in Nigeria and beyond. So this initiative is designed to spark interest in mining careers and offer mentorship opportunities and empower young women with the knowledge and the skills that are needed to excel professionally. So we hope to achieve this through strategic guidance and mentorship. As NextGen mentorship participants, you will gain access to a network of industry experts and resources that will help to foster your academic excellence and leadership skills, which will build a strong foundation for future contributions in the mining sector. So, how do you become a part of the NextGen mentorship? Let's look at the framework first of all. The NextGen program is divided into two phases. The phase one involves your enrollment, joining us as the NextGen mentee, filling up our forms and getting registered in our database. And then phase two will feature the mentorship program proper. So the objective is for the beneficiaries of this scholarship today to come in and register and join us as members on the NextGen in Mining program, which will provide them an exclusive network access to the Women in Mining Africa network, which is a large network of women across Africa who are involved in mining-related fields. As a NextGen mentee, you will receive capacity building and training, as well as mentorship and peer support. You will also be encouraged to participate actively in NextGen and WiM-Africa initiatives. Phase two will feature the mentorship program proper, where you'll be exposed to mentor-mentee interactions with industry professionals from around the world. We will build you up through workshops and projects to equip you with skills, communication skills, leadership skills, and sustainable mining practices. You'll be encouraged to attend our high-level networking events, which will give you valuable industry exposure. We also plan to include educational excursions or tours to industries of our mining partners, and you will get first-hand experience into mining operations and sustainability practices. You'll be exposed to interactions with women leaders in mining on site, and you have practical learning with opportunities for question and answer sessions. So please get involved with our next generation women in mining. visit our website, choose your category of membership, fill up the forms, and follow us on our social media handles. We are on LinkedIn, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Then get engaged, stay engaged in our activities, watch your emails, and join in on our programs and activities. Now, what do you stand to gain as a mentee? You have lots of opportunities to participate as a volunteer in our programs and our initiatives across Africa. You have opportunity to network with global mining professionals, not just in Nigeria, but across Africa and the world. You will become one of our mentors under our program, and you benefit from the skill building workshops which we carry out periodically. You also gain global recognition because active members and volunteers on our platforms are recognized with certificates and awards during our regional or international